Hey you guys. So, I'm going to talk about why I'm not the biggest fan of winter. And normally, not when the question comes up, but when talking about the weather or like what's going on in this particular time of year, it isn't my favorite. And normally I just say like it's too cold, I can't handle it because and when I say I can't handle it, I'm already cold 100% of the time all throughout the year. I wear long sleeves inside all the time. The only time I get warmth is, with my blankets, hot water, it's like scalding hot, or in the sun when it's like just blazing down in the summertime. And those are like peak warmth, and that's when I'm like, yay, I can feel um, warmth and sunshine. Um, but there's more to it than that. This particular season, this time of year, it intensifies depression, and it intensifies depression for a lot of people. It is seasonal depression. Now, I already have depression throughout the year. It just is intensified, or you could say worse, during this particular season. And, with doing research, of course, it's predominantly during these months that people experience seasonal depression. Fall, or I guess I should say seasons. Fall and winter are the predominant seasons. But some people experience it in the spring and summertime. And normally, with doing the research as to like why does it feel this way during this particular time of year? I mean, what else is there aside from normally what I've seen and what I get is, you know, the days are shorter. So with that, you know, the sun or the day starts at 8, ends around 4. And sun wise, sometimes you may get it, sometimes you might not. And I think too, weather just, or not weather, but like temperature, everything involved with this particular season plays a big part because, you know, with it being cold, a lot of us may not feel like going outside. Now, if we are like if some are very warm blooded, you can do it. Like I can't. Like, and some others can, and some others can't. But a lot of us want to stay indoors and don't want to deal with outside during this time. And that plays a big factor in it too. We feel like we have to be indoors. We can't go outside as often. And I the thing is, I don't mind talking to people about what's going on, but at the same time, a lot of us who deal with these with our problems, we don't talk about them. We don't want to feel like a burden. We don't want to feel like a problem. Two, it also, I think, depends on your audience, on who you're talking to. Some may understand, some may not. A lot of the times, in my case, they won't, so I don't go into it. And, I think it's just something on as well, like who you can trust and who you can talk to. Because I think for a lot of us, has that trust been broken? Would they understand? And I think even for ourselves, this particular time, what I've noticed is sometimes I just feel depressed. I may not have a clear reason, like, oh, it's because of this. I just may be depressed, and I don't have a why. I'm just depressed. And I think it's hard to even understand ourselves, like why do we feel this way? And if we can't even articulate how we feel or kind of what's going on, if we don't understand, then why would we share it? And I think that's where not the problem lies, but it's just, we don't want to make a bigger issue out of something that maybe isn't, because with winter we have the start of the holiday season. We're able to see family and friends and have celebrations. And I think a part of us, if you are dealing with seasonal depression, in dealing with these things, it's just, I think it's very hard because you feel like you need to feel a certain way and you're just not. Like, you may be numb, you may be exhausted, and you're just depressed. And you feel like you're not supposed to feel that way. I think it's just important, though, having somebody to talk to. And I know that's one of the things that may be difficult, because if you can't even understand it, wrap your head around it, like I said earlier, how would somebody else help? You know, and I think even if you share, like, hey, this is how I'm feeling, and I don't have a clear reason as to why. Like, that happened last night here. I shared with my significant other. I'm like, I'm depressed. And the question, of course, was like, why? What's going on? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I feel numb. I feel like I just feel depressed. I'm exhausted, and I feel this way. And you know, just having somebody listen, empathize, and kind of show their support, which is, what happened. I think that's just telling in and of itself. Not everyone's going to have an answer or maybe know exactly the right thing to say, but knowing that, I think you have somebody there, some like people within your circle to help, that's what you need. And I think if it feels like, with this season or time frame or just in general, things intensify or feel like, feelings are just overwhelming, then that's maybe the time to seek, professional, medical professional or therapist, or even try the suicide hotline, because they are able to, have an, I wouldn't say immediate response, but they can at least be a little bit quicker if you need somebody to talk to and you don't have somebody right then and there. I've used them a few times, and yeah, it's with the messaging, it's been like an immediate response and able to kind of let some feelings out as to what's going on. So, those are things that have helped me in some cases, and also may help others who may be experiencing this as well. So, if you have any thoughts, please leave those down in the comments below, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.